Hi there, my name is Tony. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to enable SSH on your Bluehost account. SSH is secure shell protocol. It allows us to encrypt communication between one machine to another machine. This is the preferred mechanism that preferred protocol that we recommend to all our clients to be using and to everyone else that's not our client as well. Unfortunately for us, there's a very easy way to do this. So as you can see here, I'm at my Bluehost panel. One caveat before I start, this assumes that you've already created your SSH keys. If you haven't, please watch the video on SSH keys and that'll walk you through how to configure it locally. So in this instance, I've already done that. Now what I want to do is I want to come into my Bluehost panel and I want to navigate down to where it says SSH and Shell Access under Security. We're going to click that. It's going to bring you to a page where it's going to ask you to enable. First you want to do is manage your SSH access, so I'll go ahead and click that. Let it redirect. By default, it'll say SSH access is disabled. What we want to do is switch to SSH access enabled. You'll see that it's using the bash shell, and that's okay. Go ahead and hit submit. This takes just a matter of minutes. And you can see it's been set up successfully. Okay, that's wonderful. Now what I want to do is I want to go back. Let's see here. Let's go back to our cPanel. I'm going to navigate back down to where it says shell. Now what I want to do is I want to manage my SSH access. You can see here it says you may connect to your shell account using your favorite SSH client using the following settings: John Hack site, John Hack, your password. Your username will be whatever it tells you here, and then your host name will be defined here as well. In this instance, this is the site and the user that I'm using. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a keyless authentication. So I'm going to go to Manage SSH Access. It's going to open up a new tab. Let's see here. Oh, sorry. What I want to do here is I want to manage SSH keys. I apologize. Let me close the other tab. Okay, so here, what I want to do now is I want to import. Now, you have to understand the relationship between SSH public keys and SSH private keys. Private keys are the things that are used to authenticate the public key. So the public key will communicate back. It's a one-to-one relationship between a private and a public. The private key is going to stay in your local machine. So let's go back and see what that's about. Let me open up my sandbox. Here I am in terminal. I'm going to take a look at my keys. And you can see here that ID DSA is your private key and ID DSA pub is your public key. What I want to do is I want to take this public key and I want to import that. The way I'm going to do that is like this. I'm going to open it. I'm going to take this key. Just highlight it in terminal is fine. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come back to Bluehost and I'm going to import my key. And I want to make sure I put it in the public key box. Now note that I am not putting it in the private key box. I am not defining the private key for the server. I want to do a one-way communication from my box to that box, and it's going to do that by putting this public key in the authorization file. If you want to put an import passphrase, by all means, but for me this is fine. I'm going to import this. It's been imported. Go back to Manage Keys. And now you want to make sure you authorize it. You can see here it says not authorized. Click on Manage Authorization. Click on Authorize. and you can see it's been authorized. Now, technically, I should be able to connect. So let's go back. Let's go back again. And you remember here, host name, username being John Hack, and host name being John Hack Site. That's what I'm going to use. So let's do that. The protocol is going to be SSH. By default, the port is already set to 22. You don't have to put it, but for this demo, I'm going to show it. The username is John Hack, and the domain is johnhackedsite.com. And if all went well, this should work. You're going to see it's going to add it to your known hosts. I'm going to say yes. Now, remember that passphrase that you entered? This is where you're going to enter it again. You want to remember your passphrase. You're going to wait. And now you can see that what my last login was. Give it a minute. And now it'll tell you you're a John Hack at johnhackedsite.com. If you want to verify, you can go host name. You can see you're on Bluehost. You can see what directory you're in. You can see my access logs. You can see my public HTML. If you want to see your site, you can see all your files. And so here, if you look under SSH, right here, let's go in there for a second. You see where it says authorized keys and authorized keys too? You can actually open up your authorized keys too. And you can see my key here, Perez box sandbox 1. And now I can do all secure communication between my local box and the server and bypass FTP altogether. Okay, well, I hope this was very helpful to you. If you have any questions, please let us know. And thanks again for watching us. Take care. Bye-bye.